Good morning. Hello Base Campus, Super Gimp, Ammon Magnum, Domica. Hello everyone. How is everyone today? I just thought I'd jump on. I haven't been on here for a while. The last couple of times I've been on here, I've been booted off because spiritual messages aren't always rainbows and butterflies. So I've got to keep it light. TikTok doesn't like talking about shadow work. So when you're jumping on, let us know where you're watching from. Spirit has some messages for the collective, for us. All this evolution energy, this unity consciousness. I'm really excited you guys are finding this, and if you choose to stick around. I don't really know what's going to come up because I'm just a vessel for this message. So, Holland, lovely. Hey, all right. Arizona, beautiful. Australia, me too. Where in Australia? I'm from New South Wales. South Coast. I'm actually, I went and got a coffee and sitting at the harbour, and I thought I'm going to go live. I'm going to connect with you guys and see what Spirit has to share with us all. Because, Melbourne, born in New South Wales. Lovely. Yeah, so I better have some water because water does help. Coffee is no good for spiritual messages. So I just keep getting evolution. So we're in this time now. It's quite strange. We have people that are awakened and they're working on their self-healing, their self-mastery. Nice. Love it. I know. I just went and bought a whole big bag because I'm just got to start saving some money. I'm not having coffee out every day. Yeah, so where are we? I'm still having my coffee. Because what I do, I go live and then I let my coffee go cold. How do I know when I get messages? How do I put this? At the source, at the core, you are the one eternal mind. All of us are connected through this mind, this cosmic neural network. Now, on this journey of healing for ascension to embody Christ, this frequency, I've learnt, we're going to go in circles for a little bit, but it's like on this journey, I've fallen down time after time after time. And the reason I've fallen down is because I haven't trusted myself, because I've tried to filter things, or Spirit has given me a message and I'm like, oh, no, can't say that. That might offend people. So this journey is really been healing and healing and healing and healing to really not filter anything. So I just show up and I sit here and it just comes through as thought. Right? Because we are the one eternal mind. We are. So what I'm here to do and here to share is this knowledge from the Christ that has been attained on the ascension journey. But it hasn't exactly been attained, it's been uncovered. And you guys have all this within you also. It's the separation and the old world programs that block this from you. So you are the matrix. So it's like you are this Rubik's Cube that needs to be cracked, right? We are all these beautiful divine vessels. We are all one. All those things that you hear, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done for you to tune into that knowledge. And it just comes through as your truth. So this message from Spirit is just truth. It's my truth, it's your truth. I've just uncovered it and I get to share this. I get to be a vessel for this message. So really, and you guys are communing with spirit every second of every day, every minute. There is messages for you. There is truth for you. And this is all the game of life. And this is us learning our lessons, right? So please do share this knowledge. This knowledge needs to get out. We need to share. Yeah, I'm just getting plant the seeds of illumination. Thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate it, because you're playing a huge role in spreading and sowing this knowledge, this divine knowledge. Because we, as these light warriors, we have we've noticed that this world, we have these big hearts and others don't act like that. So I've got to be careful what I say, because thank you for the roses, Bill. Thank you. It's good to see you. Yeah, so it's I got to be careful, yeah, because the last 2 times I was talking about shadow work and stuff like that. So got to keep it uplifted, right? The message. But we've all struggled, and the one thing that I learned when I was getting booted off was because I was speaking about the journey, right, and how difficult it can be. And like, we've all had these paths, and we've all learnt these lessons, and we're still learning lessons. We will always be learning lessons, because it's deepening our relationship with our truth, with our higher self, with our absolute self, with God, source, creator, right? This is energetic resilience. So it's so the one thing that I learned was to keep it positive and not attached to the journey that I've been through, right? It's about keeping your eyes to the light. That's what Source says, keeping your eyes to the light. Like, so what I'm seeing as a symbol of this is a plant growing that faces the light. And look, I've got the sun. Oh, shit, right. I just blinded myself then. Right in my eye. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. That was great. Oh, wow. I love those synchronistic numbers. It's beautiful. Yes, I saw the light. Yeah, so I'm so grateful for all those that can press that like button, that can share this in their spiritual communities. I have a YouTube channel where I've gone live the last couple of weeks. I plan to go live again to really connect with the collective, to connect with you guys and share. Just be this open vessel and just share what the Christ, what the One, what the spiritual Sun Source has to share with us, so we can evolve, so we can know ourselves. This morning I was looking on TikTok, and someone said, I'm not joining a cult. This is about self-discovery. And that's exactly what this is. It's not a cult. It's self-discovery. We are going to heal for our ascension. And it's about going inwards and learning who you are, uncovering your gifts and the wisdom written within. We release the separation with the healing and ascension tools through Christ, and you can access them in the inner circle. But the number one thing is the knowledge. The knowledge is healing. So the more knowledge that we have of who we really are and our capabilities, our true capabilities, the more healing. So what the way that Spirit shows me is these golden, like these little lights, like these golden, just light particles. So the knowledge, Spirit shows me. And when I say spirit, I'm speaking of the unified field, the one, where all the nodes on that unified field, that net, those gods, it's just one. So when we speak of gods have walked this path of ascension, and they are a part of this spiritual net, the nodes, and they're one with the divine, with the source. It's like this collective. I don't know really how to. They keep showing me this net. I don't know why. Hang on, let me have some water. I keep seeing this net, the spiritual net that I speak of. Because at the end of when you've heal, release the separation on this journey, there's many different steps. So like I've been through it all, and it's very interesting because at certain levels there'll be certain not themes, but levels of information, right? So at one level it was higher self, then the next it was absolute self, then it was God or God self. So you'll notice sometimes I'll say God source creator or God source creation. So it's different levels of frequency, different frequencies. Let's just say that, different frequencies have different labels, right? So, all right, let's have a look. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm just been talking and I haven't been paying attention to the comments. Thank you, Annika, for the gift. I noticed you just got a gift badge and I didn't even see that. I'm so sorry, my love. Thanks you, Gershon. Well, that's it. God is like this. So when I see God, when I hear the word, I never used to like the word God. Let's just put that out there. For all of my life, I had to go to a Catholic primary school, and I didn't align with any of the. There was a lot of contradictions and a lot of things that didn't make sense, and there was a lot of people who claimed to be God, like to worship God, but they weren't very nice people. So I didn't like that. I didn't resonate with that. But on this journey, I actually found God, and I realized the truth of God and what God actually is, and that we are all gods, and we can attain that, and we can heal to access that frequency within. It can only ever be, you can only ever reach this by going within. You cannot access God by going to a church. The church, religion, they are these systems that have been set up through these, I want to say witchcraft, because it's a spell to siphon and harvest your divine energy. So the idea is there's an idol created, so or there's a device. So we've got the Bible, we've got Jesus as an idol, we've got this God, this external God, all forms of things, all things that you focus your energy and attention on. And when you do this, especially with that heart, your mind and your heart, you connect, right, to these things, this Jesus, this fictional Jesus in the Bible. You connect to the Bible, you connect to the God outside yourself, right? That automatically you are giving your light away. And it's actually not you are giving it away, but if you knew what you were doing, you wouldn't, right? And with the programs within you, the programs within you just allow this to happen. So through healing, releasing the separation, releasing those programs, we are able to create more energetic boundaries so this does not happen. But the knowledge of what is actually happening, yeah. I don't like deception, Trip. And the Bible is full of deceptions. It's actual stories. That's what we are. We're here creators creating stories. And the Bible was created to harness light, right? Have you heard of the Dead Sea Scrolls and Yeshua and the Essenes? Have you heard of Gnosticism? That is a lot more accurate. But again, everything is a story. Everything external to you that you are getting, that you are aligning your energy with, putting your energy, your focus on, that is taking your energy, right? Because you are the one. And by you focusing externally to by you putting your energy, your mind and your heart and your trust in these things that are actual deceptions, you are being fooled and you are being tricked out of your divine light, and you are actually going against the Christ and the true Jesus, right? So Jesus, I'm talking about, sorry. Okay, so bro, you think Jesus was fictional. Okay. Jesus of the Bible is fictional. Okay? There was a real Jesus, and he was a fearless leader who led from the heart and taught the truth of God's source creator. Not Yahweh, not the false father. He wasn't for the false father. He wasn't for the Bible God. No, he was the true father. The Holy Mother, the Holy Father. He was the Holy Child. He was the one. He was the spiritual son. He was a vessel for source energy. He was a messenger. Okay? So it's very interesting, because no matter what you guys are into, there's no judgment, because you are where you are for a very important reason, right? Such an important reason. And your mission is to go within and release the deception to get closer to your truth, your source, your essence, so you can see through the eye of God, so you can activate your spiritual vision. This is all about activating your spiritual vision. Trip, don't think this place is for you, okay? And there's a lot of ignorance and a lot of arrogance out there in those communities. And it's funny how they cast judgment, like their way is the only way, and other people are dumb because they don't believe what you believe, right? Okay, boo-hoo, okay? So it's like, this is the truth from Creator, from the One, from the spiritual Son, from Christ, from Spirit. So you can take it or leave it. You can keep your mind closed and stay in that low frequency, dominated by your lower self, you know, or it's up to you. No, yeah, Jesus ain't coming back. He ain't coming back. The Christ is a frequency of information. It's knowledge. It's sacred truth. This is the meaning of life, guys, like the truth of why we're here and how we can take our power back. That's what it's about. Liberation, sovereignty. So, and this is about, because we are all one, right? So this is about standing in your truth, standing in your light, sharing from the heart. And when you do, those people who are your soul family will find you. So now is the time that we've gone through all these trials, these tribulations, and you have this experience. So, and there's even more to discover, which is just such this exciting thing. Sorry. It's just like when I see haters, it's like, and they keep being negative, it's like, do you guys realize what you look like? Like, do you realize you're not, ignorance trip, okay? Go within, do some self-reflection, stop putting all your energy into things externally to you and trusting deceptions. It's all about healing. But this is it. Everything, you are creator, you are observer, you are the one. So you create your reality, and that's your reality. It's not mine. It's not everyone else's in here. Everyone else has their own reality that they are creating based on the frequency that they are at. Okay, this isn't about converting people and about getting people to align with you and believe what you believe, and then and making other people feel less than, because, you know, this is ego, mate. Okay, this is ego. This is the lower self, and it's a very great example for all of us that it's watching the live, that's seeing the trap that's watching the live, seeing this ego trap, this knowledge that's coming out. And it's this cage that you are illuminating. So it's this, okay, so what Spirit's saying is it's this trap, this ego trap. And by the words that you speak, we can see the frequency that you're at, right? And it's the frequency, I'm seeing this metal cage, like a trap, like a jail. I'm seeing like Supernatural, the show Supernatural, with Dean in the cage. I'm just seeing Dean in this cage. And I'm here to illuminate and inspire and show you. I'm a portal of information, right? We're all portals of information. And I'm just saying the word rule. Hang on. Let me have... Absolutely. I can't see because of the... Ego is a hindrance in life. And this is it. We are constantly battling against that because it's about the higher and the lower self, right? The ego and God, right? The upper and the lower, above and below, right? That's what it is. And we must maintain, and we heal, we be present in the now moment to really balance that, right? So we're not all up head in the clouds, la-di-da, and we're not down in the bowels of hell like, I've got to find a tissue. This is about balancing, and our ego is a pain in the butt, trust me. And it's like at every level you have to master a new level of this ego. So it's like in this ascension path, it's not all uphill. It's like up and then down, up and then down, up and then down, right? So we're talking about the ego, we're talking about mental traps. So Trip has been giving us some really good insight, and so Spirit uses people to illuminate certain teachings. So grateful for your input, Trip, really am. Just saying ego trap. Why? Hang on. Let me have some more water. It does. It blocks progress. But this is it. If we can push through it, and it's about trying to understand the messages that Spirit has for us in that moment. My latest battle with my ego, with my lower self, has been self-love. And really trusting myself, right? So, no, it's been self-love, not trust. It's been putting my energy. So, as a light worker, as a light warrior, as an empath, as this Christed being on this planet, like you guys, you have these big hearts. You rule from the heart, and you give. Right? You always want to care for people. You always want to see people feel happy. You always want to make people feel accepted. You always, you as an empath, you don't want to make people feel bad, right? You only want to make them feel good, unless they've like unless they've like cut you, right? You want to make them feel good, right? So you give. So personally for myself, and let me know, guys, if you resonate. So I've always wanted to make other people feel cared for, happy. When I was younger, I was in retail. I was always about the customer. Then I went into aged care, and then I found my thing. I loved it. I loved caring for people. I was in the high care originally, where, you know, they couldn't do anything for themselves. So I was feeding, washing, all that sort of stuff. And I just loved being able to care for them. And became a mother, and just all about the kids, all about making sure everyone else was happy, everyone had what they needed, you know, all my money, everything spent on them, and I'm wearing rags, sort of thing, you know, that sort of thing. And it's like constantly cooking and cleaning and making house, making nice, you know, and in love, just giving all my attention, all my energy, right, to my partner, and making them feel good. But then what, you know, this makes me feel good, right? Like showing up and being, like walking my path and following my purpose, illuminating others, right? But it's like this, my whole family life and everything, I was putting so much energy, you know, like making cookies and this and that, the other, and like just cooking, you know, all that sort of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It's like all my energy was in my home, and it wasn't in my mission, right? So I was sort of neglecting myself. I wasn't exercising, so I'm neglecting myself. So I'm putting all this energy into others, right? And this is a huge trap. So it's this self-love, and not we need to learn how to balance ourselves, how to give to ourselves, because if we don't give to ourselves, spirit is not going to give to us. We are going to absolutely be cut off, and we're going to feel it. We're going to feel lonely. We're going to feel this emptiness, right? So it's so the biggest lesson is, and this last lesson for this last level that I've been at, it's all about self-love and balancing. It's all about balancing. So we're going back to the lower and the higher self, going back to the devil and the God energy, or the ego and the God energy. And it's about being at that axis point and balancing, right? So balancing everything. Yeah, it's very interesting. Christ does Christianity, yeah. It's not about the actual Christ. It's a religion. It's a system of control. Jesus didn't like religion. I speak for him. So I don't really care what, you know, like, there's a lot of programming out there. So I love that ancient wisdom. We are so programmed and disconnected from reality. I love humanity, one being on life. We are these divine, infinite beings. We are here in human form having this experience. And for those beings that have been born here, and you guys are these future Christed beings, it hasn't been easy because you're transmuters. So you take in all that, the low frequency in the field around you, and you transmute it, you alchemize it, you turn it to light. You are this light bearer, this lighthouse, and it's very tough. So you are constantly being bombarded with negative experiences, right? People coming into your field being negative, so you can transmute that, right? So again, we're transmuting all this. Spirit is going to make me say ignorance. Okay, right now, ignorance. Right? There's openness and there's ignorance. Right? There's beings that are for this, and there's beings that aren't. That's not to say they never will be. They have a journey to go on if they choose to go inwards and start to open their heart to the Christ. Anything is possible. And the thing about these negative things in our field, they tend to take, right? So they tend to be very, very negative a lot, right? So it requires a lot of your energy. So then Spirit's saying, all right, it's time to cut trip loose, because thank you for your input today. But, you know, this journey is definitely not for you right now. You know, and it's just, you know, we get to choose what is in our field and what is not. We need to put up these energetic boundaries. And personally for me, I allow things for a certain amount of time before it gets tiring, and then Spirit's like, hey, okay, this is what's happening here. You know, you have this person in your energy who is really taking energy. We use that for a time to illuminate a certain lesson, but now it's just time to cut that person loose, because it's not constructive. We're builders, right? We are these architects, and we need to uncover that, and we need to work together to be able to build something, because we are here to build this heaven on earth, right? This new earth, this illuminated earth. And we choose what stays in our field and what does not stay in our field, because we are the chosen ones. So when I say chosen ones, it means you are the one who chooses. That's Spirit's definition of a chosen one. You are the one who chooses. It's not someone that's been hand-plucked by God, because you have to do it yourself. Like by some definition, at a certain angle, someone could look at me and say, I'm a chosen one, because I've walked this path of ascension. I've done as Jesus has done. I've embodied the Mother, the Father, the Son, and I'm a vessel for this knowledge. I share the word of God, source creator. Someone could say, oh, she's a chosen one, but I chose this journey every step of the way. Nothing got done for me. I had to do it all myself. I chose to keep moving forward. And yes, there is that will of God and destiny, and was it just, I don't know. But it's like you have this force behind you. But ultimately you choose and you take the action. And that's what makes a chosen one. A chosen one isn't defined by Spirit or God by someone dedicated to the Bible or someone who has been a good Christian. That is not a chosen one. That is someone being stuck in a system who has these beliefs based on these deceptive systems of information, these frequencies, these negative frequencies. So everyone has this potential, and it's whether you choose it. And you are choosing right now to be here with us. So that is a very powerful factor, right? So all you need to do, this is from the one, from the spiritual sun, source, the Christ, is show up here. I'm a portal for this information. I've embodied those things. This is a frequency thing. This is a consciousness thing. It's our thoughts that create. So that's why it's so important to free our minds of those beliefs, those systems of control, those mental traps. Free ourselves. I want to say from the ego, but the ego is very necessary in this ascension journey. We will always be working at that, right? So when they say every level there's a new devil or something like that, that's your lower self, right? Your ego. Okay, so where are we? Right now, there's a lot of ancient wisdom. There is a lot of people that are lost because it's the old world ways, the old systems that we've outgrown. Okay, there's a lot of people still stuck like bugs in a web, right? In that old system. They support this system. They feed this system. They love this system. They can't do without the system because they've grown comfortable, and they don't want to be uncomfortable. They just want to wake up and do the same thing every day, make the money, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. But there's a lot of people who have woken up and they're seeing the truth, and they feel lost because there's no way out. This is your way out. This is a portal. This is knowledge, right? For you to join us, show up with an open heart and an open mind, receive the knowledge from the Christ, and then you go within. You begin this healing journey, freeing yourself from the separation. The more separation that we release, the more truth we see. This is about taking off your spiritual goggles. So we have the knowledge, which is healing, and it requires you showing up consciously to these live streams, to the YouTube live streams. We have a free community over on Circle. I'll be releasing a free online course soon, so you can begin this tuning process where you tune into your body to access your body's wisdom, right? So that's it. Rome wasn't built in a day. Spirit's like, Rome wasn't built in a day. So I've been very frustrated on this journey, in this ascension journey, because it's like, when am I going to actually be able to create, like, when am I going to be able to create things to support people at a deeper level? Because everyone needs this. Everyone needs this that is seeking. Everyone needs this, but few will choose this, right? You're beautiful, Anakai. I don't know if that's how you say it. Guys, if you aren't following, do follow, because every day I'm trying to be very consistent, creating content, messages from the one, different angles of information. So if you go through and check out the different content that I've created on TikTok, it's all different angles, because I'm this divine oracle. So it depends where I am frequency wise to the information that I share. So I just show up and be an open vessel, and whatever has to come out at that time comes out. And it's usually based on the spiritual lessons that I'm going through in that time. And it's like this thing where we come back to certain things, come back to certain messages. So every so often in my cycles, I'll talk about the 144, because the 144 is a part of the ascension journey. So on this journey, there's different levels, like I said. Now, the 144 relates to this flower of life, sacred geometry. And it's still somewhat based in separation. It's like I said, it's a part of the ascension journey. So it's not the full ascension where you're the embodied Christ, embodied the Mother, the Father, the Son, all that sort of stuff, right? No, it's so the way that I learnt it was by going through it. And so it's like the flower of life, but the way that spirit, it was shown to me at the time, it was like a sunflower. And each of the sunflower seeds in that sunflower was a Christed being. 144,000 of these seeds in this flower of life. And this was like the personal Christ. So this is a mathematical proportion. I don't even know I don't even know the words that are coming out of my mouth. Like, what is a mathematical proportion? I don't know. I was never good at maths, but they're saying like a mathematical proportion. So geometry. So everything is spaced out in this physics. Yeah, let me have some water. I'm just saying proportion. So I'm ascending to be spiritually whole. I'm not flying off anywhere. And that's a lot of people like think Jesus is coming back and he's going to take the 144,000 home and they're just going to fly off, and or there's going to be some sort of rapture. That's not what's happening at all. That's a symbol. The Christ is returning to share with others the healing and ascension tools, the blueprint, so they can unlock the divine wisdom within them, so they can heal and release the separation to unify, to be in resonance with the 144 frequency. This is about balancing and aligning all the energetic body, the chakras. That's what it's about. It's about moving from the red zone to that higher self. And then, but it doesn't stop at the higher self, because it comes back down to the higher heart, into that solar plexus. So it's like this infinite sign. It's this journey that we go on. It's like when I finally reached my higher self, the one, the crown, I received this crown and I'm sitting on my throne and all that sort of stuff in this golden city sort of thing. And I'm like, sweet, I've made it. This is the ascension. But no, what happened was I went down, hurtling down to the bowels of hell, to my lower self, was met with Yahweh and Thoth, or Thoth and Yahweh. And it was dark. It was very dark. It was the lowest of lows. But I've been lower since then. But it was like this. It was this I'm on top of the world sort of thing. I'm like one with the divine, and it was all golden and beautiful. And then down, right? And was met with Thoth, and received this key, this symbol, unlocked this information in relation to Yahweh. Yahweh, that God of the lower realms, this war God, right? This God of control, the devil, right? A symbol, Yahweh, the devil, Satan, they're all the same labels, just different aspects, different frequencies of the lower self, the ego. Like there's so much confusion and separation with these things. But the truth is, all these things, Yahweh, the devil, Satan, Yaldabaoth, they're all just symbols for the lower self. So they're not separate entities, they're just different angles, different perspectives, different ways to view. Lucifer's coming up now, right? Where Lucifer and Jesus, it's the same thing, right? Lucifer is just another angle for Jesus, right? I resonate and I am one with both of those, right? Because it's like Lucifer was the one that illuminated this truth, the truth of the false father. So there's so many different stories and angles. Our spirit is highlighting stories. These are stories. It's not about saying Lucifer is bad, he went against God. Hey, Lucifer is a badass who went against the God of the Bible, who was actually the devil, and he wanted to teach, to say, hey, you're worshipping, you're like, so it's like, so on this journey, don't get comfortable. On this journey, your perspective is going to change so much. And you're going to see things at different angles, because you are a divine being, which means you are a multidimensional infinite being. You are a divine oracle, and your perspective changes depending on the frequency that you're at. Oh, hello, Darren. Sorry. That's it. Everything on the external is just a mirror to your soul and what you need to learn in that moment in time. And so you will stop. So this is, we have these lessons to learn. And the more that we align ourselves with the one, with the truth, with Creator, and we learn how to operate this divine vessel, how to activate our divine vessel, right? How to navigate our divine vessel. So the one thing that I was tuning into yesterday morning, and Spirit's bringing this up to me now, was I ended up going back to sleep yesterday morning. And in my dream, so these are the highlight. I had a baby. I drove my car, parked it in a car park, had this baby, and for some reason, I'm holding this baby, and it was naked. I don't know why. So it's a symbol for that. So Spirit's sort of saying it's a symbol for this new life, this vulnerability, this I don't know, what would that mean to you? It's a symbol anyway. And the car is a symbol for the vehicle, or the Merkaba, right? So what happened was, it's like, it's so weird. I'm just trying, hang on, let me have some water. So in my dream, I couldn't find my car. I could not find, I knew what building it was in, but the building with the car park under it had totally disappeared. So I'm wandering around lost. Like, where is this car park? Where is my car? Where is my car? I need this car. I've got this baby. I need to, like, get home. And so it's like, I guess it's the symbol Spirit's saying right now. It's a symbol for this message, for this mission. So it's like this new life, like who's it? Yeah, rebirth, Anikai. It's this. I'm just okay. So we are these physical beings on this planet, and it's like, yeah, we're being reborn. And we need to uncover this Merkaba. So to uncover this Merkaba, it's all about the blueprint and growing multidimensionally. Okay, so from this little baby that's just been born into this world, it's about okay, so Spirit wants me to talk about the blueprint. Hey, Ralphie. And guys, we all have these different beliefs and these different angles in which we view things. And it's a thing that should be cherished. We should really, like, the fact that we are all here, we're all gathering, we're choosing to be here to anchor this light of Christ, and we all have these different angles, these different perceptions. It's golden. And that is the key to Earth's ascension. So ascension within the collective. Because everyone, we have all these people trapped in these systems. They're blinded by beliefs. And beliefs is the number one separation program that the darkness uses, right? Beliefs has that word within it, lie. So when you are stuck in a system, you have these beliefs, you have this way of viewing things. This way of viewing things creates your reality and the world that you live in, the world that you see, the external reality that you are a part of, that you experience day to day, right? So we have so much power, and it's all about, look, releasing the beliefs is the number one thing that needs to be done, right? When we release these beliefs, these separation programs, these mental enslavement systems, we free our mind to see something greater, to see something deeper, to see through the fabric of creation, to see through the veil, right? So the blueprint that I share gives beings the ability, right, to free themselves of these beliefs, to free themselves, number one, of that very first step. The very first step of the blueprint is red, okay? And in that very first step, the key themes and things that I had to release from that was emotions, these emotional energies, resonance to negative emotions, these psychic traumas, these trauma energies, these toxicities, these entities, these energetic weapons, these saboteurs. They are some of the frequencies that I had to release. I had to see the themes and the things that are released on every step of that 12 tree blueprint. Okay, now there's a lot of outdated information out there, and one of the things that I see a lot of is that Cabala, is that how you say it, that blueprint that is very out of date, and it's very much anchored into that old world deceptive program to keep people stuck. So like I said, where I was connected with Thoth, this is one of those deities. What do we call it, deities? I'm just saying the word deity. Black magic, right? These black magic grids. So the more people that align to these things, these old world ways. So I don't know what it's called, guys. What's that called? The Cabala, that blueprint. But it's very much a trap, where beings, even in many enlightened beings, because you've got to understand that this is the new earth, this is Christ, this is truth, absolute truth, right? We have a lot of old world things that hold a huge amount of truth, but at the same time they're deception, and they are actually black magic grids to trap and keep people fixed into a certain way of being, a certain way of believing, Spirit is saying, and then Spirit showing me the word belief. So it's these mental enslavement systems, these traps. So what we share here is the divine blueprint, the Christ blueprint, where there's 12 steps, okay, to this blueprint, and every step has a very specific theme. So through attunement, I get to share that with people, okay? So when beings are attuned with this, they receive that information within their system, and their system naturally releases what is not in alignment with that. So huge healing, huge healing. But on the first 3 steps of this blueprint, beliefs is a huge factor, and there's a lot of belief frequencies that are released in receiving that. Now the blueprint attunement is not available just yet, but it will be one day, and I don't know when. Spirit just I'm a vessel, like I said. I just show up and I just share what I get guided to share in the moment. And right now Spirit's saying no, the attunement's not available yet, because I have to go through my lessons, and I need to respect Spirit and understand that there is a divine flow in which this is released, right? And every single time that I have released this through attunement, because there are the master initiates, the ones that have walked this path with me, and they have unlocked this with me. Their energy, them receiving, them raising their frequency, has unlocked this. So this is about unlocking cosmic knowledge on this planet, and it's not just about me. I haven't done this alone. Just like Jesus didn't do this alone. It's a frequency thing, and it's an energy thing, and it's about anchoring this. I'm just saying it's like a battery, right? And when it is time, those beings that are to contain this frequency of Christ, the attunement will be made available, and beings will receive it. They will say, I want this, I'm going to purchase this, and I'm going to receive this attunement, and I'm going to work with this energy to release the separation, to unify, to embody Christ, or to embody the 144 frequency, or to embody Christ. I don't know. Whatever spirit has in hold. There's so many different levels to this. I have no idea what spirit's going to do, right? Source does not give me the game plan. It's like, no, you show up, you be in the now moment, you work with what is presented, you're here to evolve, you're here to grow, right? You're here to, this is school for the soul, right? So this is all about you being in the now moment, trusting, and doing the inner work. And when you lead from a place of love, from this place of trust, authenticity, love, and when you don't push, right? Because there's been a lot of time on this journey where I have just wanted to push, you know, like the old world way, hustle, 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 you know, get really consistent, create this content, then go on here and create that content, create this coaching program, do this, hustle, hustle, hustle. Like, spirit operates completely differently. So I've had to really try and, I've to trust that, right? To trust that there's nothing that I can do, and this is coming through for you too. There's nothing, like, this isn't about pushing, hustle. This is about just being in the now, trusting, and all will be revealed. But it takes you going within and seeking to discover that deeper part of yourself. And by you going within, by you giving yourself that self-love, by you trusting, and this is this journey of inner knowing, right? Inner knowing, where you go within to know yourself. This is the only way for liberation, for sovereignty. This isn't just like saying, oh, I trust God. It's all gonna work out. God has a plan. This is you handing your power away. You have a responsibility to you, and nothing is going to fall in your lap. This is about inner work. And when you show up here, when you align with this, like what Spirit's saying is, I'm here to share with this knowledge. So I go live here, I go live on YouTube, I have a free community over on Circle. There will be releases of information in there. There's a membership where you can actually become a member and access this frequency to begin healing and learn how to operate through Christ. So learn how to heal, and the key factors in order for you to do that, right? So there's a very particular way for us to operate, so we can reclaim our force, so we can light up for ascension, right? There's a lot of disempowering ways that have been taught to us through religion, through spirituality, through new age stuff. There's a lot of deception in that, and it keeps you stuck. It keeps you in those systems. It keeps you blocked. It keeps you lost. It keeps you alone. It keeps you isolated. It keeps you feeling like the black sheep, right? So this is the time where we get to unify. So what the one is saying is, like, show up here. This is a portal of healing for you. Go over to the YouTube, subscribe, right? If you're on Facebook, go and subscribe to that too. Like, come and join us and click, align to this. So this is what Spirit's saying. There are so many, this reality is, I'm just getting hijacked. So, hijacked. The reality externally to you is this black magic grid that's set up to hijack your light, to siphon your light, to harvest your light. And even just pressing a power button, right? It's a symbol, right? With a circle with a line through it. So a circle with blockage, right? So it's like we are aligning ourselves to these certain symbols. And like I said, that Cabala one, with the, I think there's 10 steps or something to it. That's an old world symbol, and you know, we have people that have tattoos of it, that have this hanging on their wall, and what it does is it keeps you locked in to a lower frequency. So when I say spirit, I'm speaking of the one, the source, the Christ, right? The spiritual sun. Spirit, this unified field. On this journey of ascension, we free ourselves from the separation to unify, to become spiritually whole. So spirit, yeah. I don't talk to spirits. Let's just get that clear. I do not talk to any old random spirits. And I love that meme where it's like, you say you're spiritual, you know, demons are spirits, you know what I mean? But I've had to, on this journey, going back to the blueprint, I've had to free myself of all these different demonic spirits, all these archons, right? To be free of them. So they're not in my field, so they can't distort my way of thinking and my message, right? So I've had to energetically release those. So how to be sure where the info comes from? Yeah, exactly. So I've done the energetic clearing, the purging. The journey that I have been on is a mental journey. It's like a video game, and the way that spirit works, and the way that it's like this virtual reality where we go within and we heal, we release the frequencies, we access these interdimensional levels, and we see through our eye what exists on that level, that interdimensional level. We do the lessons, right, on that level, and then we master it, and then we move up another level, right? So my mission here is to share the blueprint. I'm not sure if I'm sharing the 12D or the 15D. I'm not sure yet, but it's a blueprint to give beings access so they can heal, to access these interdimensional levels. So the 5D is that very entry level, right? So there's a lot of people, 5D. Well, don't get too excited about the 5D, because you're still stuck in the physical realm and you're not going anywhere unless you align with the Christ, with the one, with the spiritual one. Like, this is about, the 5D is very exciting because it's the starting point. All right, it's the line that, it's like the embarking upon this journey. So it's like this VR virtual reality thing where you go within, you heal, you use the external reality, you use the internal, you use the external, the internal, right? Because the external realm has so many, like, you have so many lessons right there. Like all these open books in front of you, right? So there's so many clues within that external reality of what you need to do to level up. A lot of people don't get this. They haven't been taught this. We use the external realm as a cue for our healing and the inner work that we must do, because the external realm is like a mirror. So everything in the external realm is you. So those assholes at work, you know, that's you, right? Those people who are just so stubborn, you know, so ego, you know, all those people that are just idiots, right? We are all one. So those things are frequencies within your environment that you need to learn from to grow and evolve, right? So it's like when and there's always a theme with spirit, right? So you're going to notice patterns, because that's what we're the observer. And to tune into this way of being and this Christed frequency, it requires you tuning in, being grounded and centered, and being this observer where you're looking at the external reality. Okay, what does that have to teach me? Okay, I'm seeing this theme of really stubborn, ignorant people. Okay, so there's a lot of people being stubborn and ignorant. Okay, so that's my next spiritual lesson. What I need to go within and heal within myself, I need to go within and do this self-analysis. And what we do in the Christ is we heal. So in the Inner Circle membership, you learn how to do all this, right? You learn how to use those themes, those patterns within your external reality and how to heal for them, how to release those frequencies. So as you heal, so you'll stop to, so then when you heal, right? So in our healing record, we input the things into our healing record. And we're creating these personal healing programs where we input these things into our healing record because beings are plugged into the Inner Circle membership. That frequency is healing for them. It's working for them. I'm allowing them into my energy so they can heal with this frequency. Anyway, so they record this and they're actually creating their healing record where they're recording the input, the spiritual lessons into this record. And then when they do that, they start receiving other lessons. Now, not all, we're going to go through this period, collective, where it does feel like there's a lot. But this is life, okay? This is life. And you know, spiritual, new age religion, they really make it seem like you're going to be like, oh, holier than thou, and sitting on your pedestal and radiating light. And yeah, but to get, it's this dance, guys. It's this dance that we go through. We are a monad. You are this frequency wave, and you are going to go through these 4 cycles. Again, you learn about that in the healing membership. You are a monad. You are this sine wave. You go through 4 cycles. Ascend, release, calibrate, integrate. Ascend, release, calibrate, integrate. Every moon cycle, you are going through this. So if you wish to learn more, make sure you follow, and when this is done, go over and click the link in the bio and come over to YouTube and check out some of the content that has been created. So this is a record of my ascension and the different frequencies, the different dimensions that I've moved through in this healing journey. I'm not sure how far back my content goes, but the best way for you to view that is to go to the videos and go to the one that you feel guided. Oh, thank you, Cosmic Secrets. That's beautiful. So, because that's exactly what I'm here to do. Share these cosmic secrets. It's just amazing. No worries, Ancient Wisdom Truth. I love it. I love it. I love meeting people like you guys. And I love that we all show up and we speak our truth. And in doing this, we get to view different angles and see what Spirit has to offer for the collective, because that's really what it's about. It's about the collective. It's about a collab, right? Collaboration, communication, connection, all the co-words, right? Oh, thank you, Chip, for the heart. Thank you, very much appreciated. So this is the exciting thing that I get to do, and it's and I can't wait to do more of it, because since 2019, when this journey begun for me, and obviously this ascension is non-linear. So I've drawn I've drawn from times in my childhood. Certain mystical things happened to me growing up that I did not understand. And I'm like, this is crazy. This is not a coincidence. Like, what is going on? Because it really set me seeking. Like, you know, so I was always really interested in palmistry and tarot and star signs, all those certain things, right? I had so many different mystical experiences happen to me, and things that were told to me, or that I just knew, or things that I thought that would happen, then they happened. Dreams that, you know, I'd have dreams and then they'd happen, right? So many things happened to me. I'm like, how is this possible? So it really set me on this path of seeking. And if you're watching this, you may be the same, right? You know there's more to life, and you want to know all there is to know. You want to understand. You're on this quest to understand this meaning of life. It's like this holy grail, right? Where you are on this quest for knowledge. So this is the place for you. This is the space for you, Spirit's saying. So come and join our community. Like I said, we've got the YouTube channel, we've got Facebook, we've got Circle, the Circle community. So those, you can find those on the link to my bio. Come and join. The more that you connect, the more, Spirit says, the more healing you will receive. But it takes you showing up to watch, right? Consciously watch the content that is created, because it's the golden seeds of illumination is within the word that is spoken. And every single person is going to take take something different, okay, from it. So one of the funny things in what I do, and one of the frustrating things, but now I'm seeing it as a gift, is I haven't been able to be super consistent, like I was talking about before, like hustle, and you know, like it's like I've had to just let go and trust and do what Spirit's got me to do in the moment. And since 2019, it's been healing. And as we all know, the healing journey is not all rainbows and butterflies. It's quite intense sometimes. It's like an emotional roller coaster sometimes, where, you know, and we feel these things. And what I've done is, right from the beginning, shared the healing frequency that I have accessed, and I've shared that with beings, right? And they have walked this path with me. And the main thing that they all did, there were ones that fell away. And the ones that fell away were the ones that did not show up to receive the word, the truth, and the latest, right? Because this very particular way of healing requires knowledge. So on this journey, I haven't always known what I've been doing at all. Like, I have not, no one has taught me this, right? I have just had to show up, be in the moment. And for those beings that I am guiding at that present time, I show up for them. The ones that show up, they're still with me. They're the ones that have always shown up, right? They're the ones that have constantly been healing and in alignment. But the ones that haven't shown up, because what I used to do was I had a Facebook group, right? So those beings that received attunement, they were in the Facebook group. And the ones that showed up to the live streams, that collaborated, that showed up for the communications, like the collective that was showing up for the lives, because you've got to see it like this mental. It's like this. So right now, it's like these neurons. So you are a neuron, I'm a neuron, we're all neurons. So you guys are showing up. And because you're showing up consciously, again, I want you to think brain-wise, like mind, like brain. So they're saying mind and brain, right? Mind and brain. Let me have some water. So the brain is a physical construct showing the physicality of this cosmic neural network. Okay, so the neurons, the neural pathways within that brain, that nervous system, that's how the one eternal mind looks. So what the one eternal mind is showing me is just this neural network, well, the unified field, what we spoke about earlier in this video. Now, if you did not catch this whole video, I will upload it later on YouTube, okay? So check it out, because we've spoken about some really cool stuff. Spirit gave us in this video some examples of energy drainers, vampires, and I finally wised up and booted them out, and then the knowledge got a bit better, because this is all about us finding our collective, us finding each other, our soul family, right? The seekers, the nomads, right? Those beings who are who go and flow with creation. You seek, and you're guided to different things in this different systems, and you learn from them, but you do not fix, you do not fixate, because you're constantly questioning, and there's more, right? So this thing that I used to think was a curse, where I just couldn't be consistent and I couldn't create content and be bang, 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 and constantly serve others, bang, 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 bang. Spirit's like, you need to go within and serve yourself, do the inner work, so then you can help each other. But you actually going within and serving yourself is being a ripple and serving the collective. So even though you're not out there physically doing this, like, creating coaching programs and all that sort of stuff, even though you're not doing that, energetically what you are doing, you're going within and you're raising your frequency. And when you're guided, you are coming out and you are speaking in truth and authenticity from the frequency that you are at, relaying a message from the one. And that is the gold, right? So that's why it's so freaking important, guys, to show up for this knowledge. I'm a vessel for this knowledge. That's all I'm here to do. I'm here to speak truth. I'm here to inspire you to go within and find that within, okay? We are very rare, ancient wisdom truth. We are very rare. And, we're scattered like these golden seeds all over this planet. So I'm here to find those golden seeds, those neurons, right? Again, it's you showing up, receiving this information, and we are creating these golden neural pathways. It's up to us to share this content so we can find more neurons to connect to light up. This is about the light. This is about, so what I'm seeing is these golden neurons all around the planet. So the more beings that we can welcome into this, that can anchor this frequency, this knowledge, this light from the Christ, the more neural pathways we connect. The more neurons equals the more neural pathways. The more people that join us here means the more connections we can create to hold, to nurture this planet, to raise the frequency. And we do this by knowledge. That's what the Christ is. It's truth. And it's the knowledge that heals. This is what JC came and did years ago. And then he was taken and created as an idol in this black magic grid for religion, and we have all these people that are worshipping Jesus, and they're going against him and his message and his truth. So it's a very, very interesting time, and the truth of Creator, of the One, the spiritual Son, is really going to shake things up. The One, the Christ, is here to dismantle these systems that have been created. But at the same time, everyone in these systems, if they know how to operate through the truth, through the Christ, the world will be a much better place. So we need to really sow these seeds of illumination so we can find those beautiful beings, because everyone is this spark of light. Everyone. You know, the fact that they are trapped in these systems and they are I'm getting something by belief, blinded by belief. Again, belief, the number one separation program in this physical realm. Belief, the lies, the deception. They're blinded by belief and they've been led astray, right? They have been led astray and they are trapped into this black magic grid that's just milking them. So it takes a very powerful soul to find this. So I'm very excited to connect with you guys. And this isn't about ego. This is about beautiful people, beautiful hearts. You guys have always been seekers. And what's that saying? Is it the meek inherit the earth or something? I've heard that. Thank you, Rotsman, for the gift. Thank you very much. And Chip, where are we? I'm losing track of. Sorry, guys. It's a bit glary here. So I'm just so blessed to be here, and it's been a long, lonely path, and I've had those that have supported me on this journey, and so I'm just my battery's running low. It's 911 right now. So in saying that, I'm gonna get going, and I look forward to seeing some of you guys next time I go live or over on YouTube. And if you guys go to YouTube and subscribe and you do click that notification button and you join us on a live stream, let me know that you are from TikTok, because I like to see I just like to see these connections for myself lighting up, because like I said, it's been, you know, one of those journeys where it's just been a very small, intimate collective that I've worked with. But now is the time that I'm in that frequency where I'm more stable and able to show up more and share this. And this is what I've been working for since 2019. It's just like, I just want to share this gift with others. And the gift that I have to share is the knowledge that I've uncovered on this journey, this ascension to embody Christ. And in time, I get to, well, right now in the Inner Circle membership, I share the healing tools. And I'm not sure when, but the ascension tools will be made available. So I just can't wait to share these gifts and these new ways, so you can take your power back. And every month in the Inner Circle, I go live. And because everyone is investing, right, they're giving energy, right, money, because this is how spirit works. Money is just energy. That's all it is. It's this energy exchange, right? So the knowledge that we get is so much more powerful and profound. So if you have learned something in this live stream and it's like, oh, wow, you know, that's really interesting, or, you know, I really resonate with that. If you join the Inner Circle, the vault is there, where it's like so many hours of sacred, mystical truths, like really through the eye of Creator, Architect, the channeled, the drawings that come through, the lessons that come through, creational mechanics, right? It's so amazing. It's so amazing, and I get to share that with my members. So if you feel guided, you can click the link in the bio, come and join the inner circle, access the members portal, and access the online course, learn how to operate, to activate, to awaken, to fine tune, to be able to be the observer, to be the creator, to use the external realm as a tool for your healing, so you can uncover, so you can decode. And I'm just seeing uncover. Hang on, let me have some water. This really glary, I can't see. Yeah, so I feel really guided to go live to YouTube or Facebook. I'm not sure if it will be today, but it was long overdue that I was on TikTok, because yeah, I was going through certain lessons where Spirit really wanted me to really not attach to the journey, to the struggle anymore. And when I did my last 2 TikToks where I was talking about the journey and the struggle, I got cut off and blocked from going live. So I'm back, and I kept it light. Because that's it. Spirit, in closing, Spirit does not want us to attach to the struggle, to the journey that we've been through. This is all about looking toward the light, and learning how to light up, how to reclaim your light, to prepare for your ascension, because this is what it's all about. This is the time. You have found us. You've found your soul family. And all of us from all different angles of creation, all different. This is what it's all about. This isn't about following the program, following a system. You know, I'm seeing this programmed army. Oh, that's beautiful. Ancient wisdom truth. So, love you all, and I can't wait to connect again later. Thanks for the love, guys. Really appreciate it. Bye.